We're going to do this disclaimer because we got something for ya. Come on with it. What we got for him, Abigail?
Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
We just played our disclaimer. So y'all know about Through the Grapevine, where we talk about current events going on, and we're going to do the Through the Grapevine first, but we actually have a new segment that we're introducing right after Through the Grapevine, and I'll introduce that in a second. But we'll start with our Through the Grapevine, and if you want to pull that one up.
Yeah, let's go with oh my.
So I saw this story. A woman in North Dakota, she fatally poisoned her boyfriend for inheritance money.
Come on now.
So the story with that is, I guess like he, and her name is Ina Thea. I can't say her last name, Kenoyer or something like that. I guess he was getting some money from like a family member, or he received some email saying that he was going to come into a lot of money. And so they weren't even married. They were just dating for a while. But you know, the common law marriage thing, right? So she thought, okay, well, if my boyfriend / husband dies,
I would get the money.
I'm going to get the money. So, yeah, she poisoned him and she killed him.
You know, it's really some people out there that are really struggling with mental illness. And that's the nicest way I can put it, because this is clearly something going on in the mind that you would want to rid someone for money.
This happened more often than imagine.
He's not very smart.
Yeah.
You have to wait till he gets the money.
Well, you call it mental issues. I call it greed. I believe people are so greedy today and want to obtain something called money flow so desperately that they would do just about anything.
And they just they want that quick.
She's gonna get some anyway if that's her boyfriend.
But not if it's a boyfriend. You have to be a husband.
But he was gonna be with her, like if they together and you got money.
I think he probably couldn't get it until after
he died
or something. Don't say that word, but you two don't like that word. But he was gone.
I'm not sure exactly how like the inheritance part worked. So it was $30 million. So that's a lot of money. And I think Christina makes a good point. Like if you're dating someone and they come into that kind of money, like you're going to reap the benefits of that.
Yes.
Somebody coming in $30 million, you better watch what you're eating from that other person.
Right? She served him antifreeze. And that's how he passed. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know, the thing is too, is when someone sets up a will though, if he hadn't got it yet, you know, like
it's not
if he passed, then the will usually says if this person passes before, then it goes as the next person.
Yes.
So she wasn't going to get it.
I think a lot of times people are just so, greed, like you said, greed, just really just all into how's it going to benefit me and go to work.
Right.
You know, at the end of the day, that's their money, not your money. Go to work. Trust God, and He's going. Your benefits are going to come from your hard work, not somebody else's. That's mine. Go to work. Oh Lord, let me get on off my soapbox there. What we got? What's next?
So our next story. So I said we were introducing a new segment. This segment is called Tea in the Streets.
Tea in the Streets.
We are going to talk about some current events, but kind of more pop culture related. And so I think this one kind of plays into our Through the Grapevine, kind of just referring to like domestic abuse and domestic violence. So the tea in the streets for today is, y'all know we talked about Keke Palmer a few months ago. There was some drama with like her boyfriend. She had like gone to an Usher concert, and she was wearing a cute little dress. I mean, was it revealing? Yes, it was revealing. And he publicly tweeted basically saying like, you're a mother. How are you like going out like that? And whether he had a point or not, it should have been dealt with privately.
Right.
And that's kind of what we discussed when we talked about it. So it actually came out, I think yesterday, that Keke Palmer is now, she has a restraining order against her ex-boyfriend, Darius Jackson, also the father of their eight-month-old son. She alleges that he has been physically violent with her, including an instance where he trespassed her home and threatened her before lunging for her neck, striking her, and throwing her over the couch and stealing her phone. This was a tweet from Pop Base.
Yeah, actually, I actually saw a video of that. And, and then the mother, I actually saw a video where the mother, Kiki's mom, came online really talking about this has been an ongoing issue of abuse, allegedly. Well, actually, the mom said it. It's been an ongoing issue. But my issue is, and I think this is the perfect time, and Abigail and I hadn't even talked, and this morning I called her and I said, I really want to have this conversation since we have mothers on the panel this morning, because a lot of times we as women tend to stay in relationships, and men, but especially women, stay in relationships longer than when the expiration has already come. There are signs that says to us, get out, run, turn, but we stay in it because we think that we can change someone. My question to you all, ladies and Jen, do you think Keke saw the signs? And do you think that she stayed in, or why did she stay in it?
Good question.
She wanted love. I mean, just reasons why women stay, like they feel that they can fix them and they can change them. And she probably loved them and wanted to help them. We have so much empathy when it comes to broken men. And she probably just felt like, I'm just going to make this work. We can do this. I can motivate him. I can encourage him and he'll change. But you got to believe people when they show you who they are from day one.
From day one.
How many kids they have?
Just that one child.
One child.
But
maybe she stayed for the child.
But I think the abuse started before the child. And for me, my issue, and I'm coming to you, my issue with that is, as mothers, as women, matured women, we have a responsibility to the younger women too, to teach them to pay attention to their gut feelings and pay attention to the signs. No, it's never okay for a man to be verbally abusive to you. Once you start to allow the verbal abuse to happen, he gets comfortable in that. He sits back in that. Then the next thing is going to escalate.
True.
And so I do believe that we have a responsibility. So to you, Jennifer, what would you say to your daughter if she was in this situation? If you're noticing something from the outside, but she's never expressed it to you, what would you say?
Well, I have spoken to her about a relationship she was in that I didn't think was going
healthy.
Yeah. She disagreed with me.
So she's the one that was being abusive.
You leave my baby alone.
She saves that for me. No, I'm not even gonna say abuse.
I know what you're saying.
A little mentally.
Yes, mental. Because physical is not the only abuse you get in these relationships, because mental is just as bad. Verbal. Go ahead.
And I feel like people, depending on what their upbringing was and what they saw in their own youth, right, can be verbally or mentally abused, but because there's not physical, they don't think they're being abused. Like, he doesn't hurt me. He doesn't do this.
Right.
But
he's doing.
I mean,
he's breaking you down.
You're still, it's still happening. And so, so I have said to her, and unfortunately, a lot of women, myself included, when you're in it, but I love him, and it's not that bad. And he didn't mean that, or she didn't.
Or you think you provoked them too, like if they manipulate you to be like, well, you did this, so that's why I'm treating you this way.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah, and so you can bring it to someone's attention, and you can offer, hey, if you ever need to talk, you ever need to come here.
Yes.
But she just had to figure it out for herself.
I think one of the, and I'm coming to you, Brother Carter. I think one of the most important things that we can do for a person that you may see the signs, but they may not be ready to receive it, is to go there and just let them know that when you're ready, I'm here. Give them that safe place that they can come to you, not from a place of you're going to judge them, but just let them know that you're there for them. And I think that's what really.
Now, physical,
Oh, we going there.
I'm going to jail.
Oh, there you
You
go.
know,
There
I'm gonna
you
get my
go.
nails done orange because I'm going to jail.
There you go.
So,
Brother Carter, I'm going to ask you that
You
same.
ain't asked Christine.
Oh, I did. Oh, I did. She did come. Yes, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
I said something. Yeah.
She started
That was
in the
the first
beginning.
time.
Brother Carter,
Oh,
I'm coming
my
to
bad,
you.
my
Thank
bad.
you.
My mind left it for a second.
Okay. I know, because I can
Yeah.
imagine.
So my synopsis would be, this is just my personal view on it, is this: we're dealing with a clear case of insecuritiness from both parties. He's very insecure in his matter of way he treating her. He's want to be abusive, trying to
Control. Beat her
dumb
down.
her down, to
feel
control her,
his-
to control, to fulfill his masculinity, should I say, and her insecurity on her behalf of not wanting to see a failed relationship, should I say. And that makes sense.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, y'all want to, a lot of women deem to want to,
Stay in something
yeah,
because they don't want to look like
the
a fail.
outside world to know I
Right.
failed in this
Right.
relationship.
Well, I'm glad you went there, because when you think about it, they already know. And does it really matter if they know or they don't know? Because it's so obvious to everyone.
Mhm.
You know, I think back to the days of when I was younger. When we were younger, you tend to want to keep a. I'm gonna go there. I gotta go there with my family. You know, don't talk about what goes on in the house. You know, we were raised, don't talk about what goes on in the house. Keep our business in the house. And you think that people don't know the toxicness of what's going on in the house. They know it.
Yeah.
So what we do is we grow up and we train our children the same way. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. And you find yourself doing some of the same things that you are accepting, some of the same things that you saw your parents go through. So
And not talking about it.
and not talking
Yeah.
about it. So
So the question is, what do you do? How do you break the cycle?
well, the question is, you just
Get healed.
you get healed, and you really, it starts with talking about it. You know, that's where the Love and Victory show came. God said healing comes from a conversation. I want you to start a show called the Love and Victory Show. And it's about a conversation. You can't get past a lot of those demons and a lot of those hurts and pains until you start talking about it. And it may not necessarily be on a platform like this for everybody to see. It may be just with a therapist or a counselor, but you got to talk about it.
Amen.
But it goes back to what you said earlier about pouring into yourself, about
Yes.
you know, having that self-care time, that selfish time when you can really be with yourself and give yourself what you need.
Yes.
And just disconnect yourself from other people. Then you'll start to realize, okay, this is an issue. You can start having that real conversation with yourself.
Yes.
You know, and that's when it happened for me, when I started having a conversation with myself, like being honest with myself.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, just opening up that mirror and just recognizing I have an issue right here.
This is something
Yeah,
wrong
this
with
is
me.
my demon. I need to face this.
And you know, another thing, and I know this is going longer than what we had planned on it, but this is a good topic. The other thing is, it's okay to look at yourself and call yourself out.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of times we spend so much time trying to give this perfect image, you know, like, hey, I got it all together. No.
Yeah, I thought I had it together smoking crack cocaine. Shit, I was 120 some pounds.
Baby. And that was with
that was soaking wet. And I thought I was fine. Shit. I put my pair of jeans on and my t-shirt up, the skinny, hide behind a toothpick. You couldn't find me.
That's right. That's right.
And one day I had to open up my eyes and look at myself and say, man, what is wrong with you?
Yes.
You better get your life, son.
And you know, and that's okay. That's what we have to do.
Yes.
Look at us.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great.
All
And
right.
Abigail got something to say.
I actually just wanted to read some comments that we got about our two topics that we had. This one was about our Through the Grapevine. But what's the good of all these greediness when you need to answer these to God? Someone said, man, Betty said, man, really should have waited a little more before dating.
Yes.
Aaliyah said, that's why they say money is the root of all evil. A person can become evil just behind a dollar sign.
True.
And then someone said, doing far more on
No, the name of the person is
the person on is doing far more said, good morning. Signs are always seen but overlooked because of so-called love.
Come on.
Man. Hey, cuz.
And then Shay Marie said, damaged self-worth.
Wow.
And then Doing Far More also said, speak, Brother Carter, love this. Speak, sis. So many factors behind why someone stays. We have a lot of really good comments. So that's most of the ones that we had. But
Keep them coming. We appreciate it.
Keep them coming, and we do want you guys to be engaged. Again, please, in the comments, let us know where you are chiming in for. From. We definitely want to know that. All righty, moving on. Where are we going to now?